feel so official. Like I need to write a treaty or something. Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the day that I become an official, fully fledged calligrapher. Now the reason why I say that is because in today's video, I'm gonna be trying out a fountain pen for the first time. I don't know why it's taken me this long to try out a fountain pen before, because I feel like they are the OG pen, like with the pen and nib. I don't know, I just always think of like people in the olden days with their little like pen quill that has like a feather on top, and that's what they're using to write calligraphy. So these pens are like the origin of calligraphy, I feel like. But yes, I'm very excited to try it out and see what the difference is between a fountain pen and a regular pen. I do know that fountain pens have their own sort of like niche cult. I feel like people who are really into fountain pens get really into it, and there's fountain pens that are like thousands of dollars. Before we get right into the calligraphy, I'd like to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Ferris Press. They're the brand that kind of inspired me to try out this whole fountain pen thing. They sent over their fountain pens as well as a bunch of their new inks, which they have a ton of brand new colors, by the way, and they're absolutely beautiful. So that's what I'm going to be testing out today. It's actually going to be like a first impressions because I've never opened them, so I'm excited to see how they turn out. Before this, I found the whole fountain pen world a little overwhelming, which is probably why I had never tried it out before, but their stuff is so beautiful and they have sets and like a limited number of things. It seemed pretty easy, pretty foolproof to figure out. So without further ado, I want to crack into all of my new stationery goodies. So let's get started. All right, so of course the most important part to this is the fountain pen, and I am using the Ferris Press brush fountain pen. As you can see, the packaging is so beautiful. I'm very excited to see what this looks like. Here's the pen. I got the white color. So when you open the cap, here's what the nib on the end looks like. I feel like this is kind of a standard fountain pen tip, but honestly, who knows if I'm correct about this. This is not my expertise. I feel so fancy holding this already, so I can't even imagine how this writes. It just like looks so official and legit. And then I actually have a bunch of their inks, which is what we're gonna be using to fill up the pen. But guys, look at the boxes of these. The packaging is just so pretty. I want to have these on my shelf or something. But yeah, these colors are actually brand new. They just came out with them, so I'm very excited to play around with it. But let's crack open one of them. I think I want to open this teal one first. So this color is called Bluegrass Velvet. And when you open it up, the ink bottle comes in like this little velvet pouch. And then the actual ink bottle, oh my god, wait, what? Guys, this is so pretty. I feel like I'm in potions class in Hogwarts or something. This is so pretty. So yeah, let's start out with that. I watched a quick little video of how I'm supposed to fill this up, but honestly, I might mess this up to open this. Ooh. Guys. All right, so apparently I'm supposed to take the inside of the pen. I just unscrewed the kind of outside casing, and then we just dip it into the ink vial here. And then twist it. And it's supposed to like suck up the ink. Oh, okay, I see it. It's filling up the ink vial. I wish I could show this better. Do you guys see that? Now there's ink inside of it, and I have ink all over my fingers. All right, so I currently have teal ink all over my fingers, but I got the ink vial all filled up. It was actually honestly really easy. For some reason, I'm just a very messy person, so it seems like it was a little harder. I'm just gonna close up this ink so that there's no accidents. Knowing me, I would have like knocked it over and it would have spilled. But anyway, I'm gonna reassemble the pen now. And now if I have done everything correctly, I believe it should be able to write. Obviously, I think we need to wait for like some of the ink to start running down. Oh my god, guys, I did it. Do you see that? I'm gonna let it like start flowing more evenly, but wow. I already feel so official, like I need to write a treaty or something. I wish the camera was picking up how beautiful the ink color looks, but it's like this really beautiful like jewel toned to teal. And this pen is so smooth. Okay, I get why people are really into fountain pens now. This is like taking writing to a whole new level. If I had to handwrite an essay using a fountain pen, I feel like it would make it a lot more enjoyable. Oh my god. I'm definitely not used to it yet because I'm getting ink everywhere. How do people deal with this? All right, so right off the bat, I've had to kind of figure out the correct angle to hold the pen. I know that you're not supposed to hold it like with the black part pointing upwards, and currently I'm kind of doing it with the like silver part facing upwards and a little bit on an angle. I think once I get the hang of it, I'll be able to tell like what is the correct angle, and maybe I'll watch a couple tutorials and stuff. But so far so good. Like, it's writing really, really smooth, and the ink is so nice. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but the ink sort of has this like watercolory, inky effect to it. Yes, I know I just said that the ink has an inky effect to it, but it's the only word that I can describe it right now. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's just sort of like there's some darker areas, especially where maybe you go slower with the pen, and some lighter areas, and I honestly really like that. It gives it a very nice vintage feel to it, and I honestly, like, this ink is just so beautiful. It's not too wet, and it doesn't like bleed through too much, so wow. Okay, I'm officially on the fountain pen bandwagon, I think. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice a little bit more with this, and I'm also going to switch out the ink and show you guys all the different colors that I have, because honestly, personally, I just wanna swatch all of the colors as well. I know some of you guys probably do this out there as well. When you get like new stationery goodies, you have to swatch all of it just to see what you have available to you. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna try to create a sort of lettering illustration with it. Alright guys, so that was honestly really interesting for me. I feel like it's such a different writing experience to write with a fountain pen, just because there's so much like hands-on action going, and it's like more rewarding almost because you have to go through all of the steps of like refilling the inks, and then even the weight of the pen and the way that the tip is shaped, it almost forces you to write in a certain way as well. I honestly really enjoyed it. The only thing that I would say is that my hands are sufficiently covered in ink, but I also feel like that means I've officially been indicted into the calligraphers fountain pen society. And honestly, the only reason why my hands are covered in ink is because I wanted to swatch all of the ink colors. Realistically, if I was writing on my own, or if any of you guys were writing at home, I don't think you would be going through 9 different colors of ink in one sitting. I mean, unless that's your style. But near the end of it, I got the hang of the mechanisms in the pen, and I was able to clean out the ink cartridge fairly quickly and also change out the ink colors. Basically, in order to do that, you just have to empty it out and then rinse it until it runs clear, and then you're able to just dry it off and refill it with a different color. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, this was just a quick little video of me diving into the world of fountain brush pens. And in terms of the Ferris wheel press products, the inks and the actual pen, I honestly really love everything that I tried out. I mean, obviously I don't have too big of a frame of reference because this is my first time doing the whole fountain pen thing, but in terms of beginners, I think it was relatively easy to do and the quality is amazing. What I love about the ink colors is that even though there is a variety of different colors, they all are a bit desaturated and lean more towards the muted side. I think my favorite ink color would have to be either Bluegrass Velvet or this Lady Rose color. Bluegrass Velvet is like this really beautiful jewel toned turquoise. It's honestly a little bit smoky and dark and rich, and it's just so stunning. Lady Rose is a very unique color. It's like a, I want to say like gray lilac pink color. So stunning. Honestly though, you can't go wrong with any of the colors. I also really like buttered popcorn, but I might be partial because my favorite snack is popcorn. But if you don't want to commit to a full bottle, because I know that this is quite a lot of ink, I do know that they have mini sets that come with multiple colors, so you can get those and test out what color you want, and then maybe get a full-size bottle in the future. But yeah, Ferris wheel press gets a big thumbs up for me. As someone who is new to fountain pens, I feel like this was the perfect little set to start out with. So if you guys are interested in Ferris wheel press and maybe you want to try out fountain pens for the first time as well, or maybe you are already into fountain pens and you just want to check out some beautiful products, I mean, I feel like even the pros can appreciate the packaging on these. But yeah, I will leave a link to Ferris wheel press in the description box below. They're actually a Canadian company. I always love to support local companies, and the fact that they were founded and created here in Toronto just makes it all the better. Thank you again to Ferris wheel press for sponsoring this video and for making me an official calligrapher. I feel like I need a badge or something, but I'm gonna keep practicing with my fountain pen. But if you guys do want to see more videos of me using my fountain pen, or maybe you want to see me use it regularly in my bullet journal videos or whatnot, be sure to let me know in the comments. And also if you do have any suggestions or tips for fountain pen usage, because again, I'm a beginner, so I might have completely missed something that is an essential piece of knowledge. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching. Click that bell button down below if you don't want to miss a new video from me, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'm gonna go wash off the ink from my hands now. Keep doodling. Bye guys.